lying right there on the thing.
I promise it's not me moving the
Is
wind.
that have, Lorraine? I didn't understand what you're asking about. Is that mine I'd have?
We had those fancy palms like Francis had ordered. That we used there at Jane Hill. Do all of that stuff. I'll get my favorites and y'all can have the rest of them.
September 17th, 1988. This is 17th, 1988. This is also the 50th wedding anniversary of our parents, Ben Baxley and Johnny Mae Baxley. Thank you.
What is it?
Did you get that?
Oh, yes, I did. They have a picture made with big Sit.
Join the family. Join the family. What do you mean?
This is my wedding dress that I wore on September the 17th, 1938 when I married Ben W. Baxley. This wine was a very popular color and I was dressed in it from head to toe. Hose, hat, the whole works.
Just great.
And for those who are seeing it from the condition it's in, people can tell that we were very poor in 1938 because it's rather worn. I wore it out, literally. Above the dress there's a card that we're very happy to get from President and Mrs. Reagan. Our daughter Freya learned that they would congratulate people who had made the 50-mile hike, and she sent and got it, and we were very happily surprised when we got it.
Hey, there's
She said we were poor people. I'll tell you just how much my finances were the time I got married. When we walked out of the courthouse, I had $22.50. Had an asphalt that was paid for, but it had a set of wheels, tires on it. Just about half paid for it. Didn't have a job.
Now that
He
took
did.
place.
I didn't know that
Was
part of
ignorance. But it worked.
Did you live on love for a little bit,
I
Ben?
mean, we've been living.
We did.
We did.
Still are, huh?
You better know it.
Probably never ate much beans and cornbread, huh?
Love and our faith in God.
They kiss each other. Good grief.
Let's get that on the camera again. We want to see that happen. Oh, isn't that sweet?
Honey.
And when they were first married, I saw a lot of that.
And I was jealous because every time I was around you, I had to share him.
But I hadn't remembered that until just then when you kissed him. I thought, because she used to kiss, they used to kiss a lot.
Now I understand that he was a little apprehensive of going in that courthouse. Is that correct?
He thought he was going to get out of it at the last minute. We had a friend of his from the Army with us, and we went from Huntington to Lufkin to be married by the county judge, and there was an ice cream store right on the courthouse square. So Ben suggested that we go over and get an ice cream cone. We did, and started walking around the square licking the ice cream cone. He made me walk around that square 4 times before he finally relent and go on in and get it over with. I think he was going to run if I turned my head.
I doubt that.
We met back in May at pie supper. You know, candidates running for the office have a pie supper, auction them off. Both of us got a pie. And the judge said, we can't put up with you coming up here and taking our girls home with you. So we won't put up with that.
The fellows were in their uniforms. They knew they were in the Army.
Oh, yeah.
So when we got ready to get married there, I went in and told him, asked him if he remembered that. He said, yes, he did. I said, well, will it be all right if I marry one of them and stay up here with me? He said, yes, that'll be different. I asked him, how much I owe you? He said, I ought to pay you. You remember me when you wasn't even... My Parkinson sidetracks me every once in a while.
Wasn't even eligible to vote for me.
In that county.
And I saw 2 cars of VFW when I go by this.
Oh, okay, good.
Well, what, Aunt Johnny, if you had to say a 1 minute's worth about the qualities of Uncle Ben throughout this marriage, what would you say about him?
The fact that he has lived his faith and his religion. I was not a Christian when I married Ben. I had been brought up in church, but I was not a Christian. Wasn't married to that man a year before I decided that he had something that I needed and that I wanted. And because of his living his Christianity in front of me during that period, I was saved in a revival at Camp Ruby when we'd been married just a little over a year and joined the Baptist church, and we've been Baptist since.
Well, Uncle Ben, if you had to say 1 minute's worth about Aunt Johnny, what would you say about her?
For me, the main word for me is the fact that she helped me. No matter what the situation was, she was there to help me.
I'm still here, baby.
Have you? It's my husband.
Oh, got your comment.
50 years.
That's a long time. Yeah, that's a long
I'll tell you,
been a long time. We didn't think this was going to come. The hurt you
You'll never, I don't care how much you try, you'll never.
We got to come.
No.
We thought the old American.
That's the size.
Mama.
How
Hey, good,
Hello. No way.
I'm Phil,
How you doing, Ben?
oldest son.
You guys made a big
Evidently, they just took me a minute. I had seen, I know at least 15